Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Gurus Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 16th chapter, Daivasura Sampat Vibhaga Yogam. In this chapter, Bhagavan Sri Krishna want to explain the two types of mentalities. One is Daivika or divine mentality, Sattvika, or another is demonic or Asuri, Rakshasa mentality. While explaining this, in the first three shlokas, Bhagavan enumerated the Daivi Sampat. Then after that, from fourth shloka onwards, Bhagavan up to 18th shloka, that means 14 shlokas, he keep on explaining and talking about the Asuri Sampatti, about the bad people. Why this description needed? When we are talking since last 2-3 classes, we come to know that where we are standing, we may think that we are the Daivi Sampat people. Everybody will think like that only. So unless this explanation, description given and heard by us, we don't know that in what level and where we are. Yes, it is like this. In a darkness, you are going on some road, pitch darkness. Naturally, you can't see anything and you don't know where the stones are there, it is not a plain road, unknown place somewhere. So naturally you will hit and hurt yourself. So we need a light of torch light or something. If light is there, then you can see and go without any problem. In the same way, this life is we are actually, this life is unknown. Many things are not known. We have no choice on many things. We have not chosen this birth and born, we don't know. We don't know. So we have just came into this world. In the same way, we have no choice that when we have to leave this world. It's a choiceless existence. Not only that, in between also many things are unknown, uncertain, unbelievable, undependable, unpredictable. So this life is a dark path like. Here dark and lightness means don't imagine. Even I have given the example in the night time person walking. But here life, even whether it is a day or night, is it correct or not? Many times we are in utter confusion, or we are in utter misery, dukkha, or we are deluded. It happens for every person. Therefore, to lead this life and walk in this life, that too so-called spiritual life, for everybody it is needed, we need a torchlight. That torchlight and that guide is the Shastra. So we are listening to the Shastra. So this is the purpose of reading this Bhagavad Gita and listening to these instructions. Otherwise we don't know. This point Bhagavan is going to tell in the end of this chapter. Now within 3-4 shlokas it is going to get over. So up to 18th shloka, Bhagavan enumerated about the demonic qualities. Then after that, in the 19th and 20th shloka, Bhagavan telling what is the lot of these people who are having all these kind of negative traits, qualities. What will happen to them? Or as a Ishvara, me, as a Dharma, I am, as the control of the law of karma, what I will do to them. Whether Ishvara do, or Dharma do, or Prakriti do, or law of karma do, one and the same. For that, the Dharma or the Ishvara or law of karma, they don't have any partiality on us. They don't have any partiality. Why then we say about them? Because we don't know why what is happening, it is like this. What do we know? We don't know when rain comes. January 1st, heavy rain in the Chennai. And we also have yesterday morning little rain. And now a big cyclone is USA bracing, waiting for a big cyclone, winter storm. Who knows that this is going to come? Many things we don't know. Therefore, we need some support. How to lead this unknown, uncertain, this life? Therefore, Bhagavan says, I will throw them into a lower, this very low mentality people. Naradhamaha, Shipami Aham. I will throw them, I will push them into the Asurishu Yonishu, to still more and more worst kind of janmas. Why to call worst type of janmas? Because there you cannot try for your highest Purushartha, and they don't know what is Purushartha. Nothing can be done. Only exhausting some karma cannot be accumulated new punya or papa, anything. And they have to wait for like that many more other bodies, different bodies. But when the human body, one jiva got it, not knowing the value of the human body, jantunam naradar janma durlabham, then really is wasting, is losing a lot. Therefore, Ashubhan, inauspicious, and Asuri Yonish. This all I explained. And Janmani, how many janmas? Innumerable. Again and again, these foolish people, Mudhaha, 20th shloka. Without getting me, they cannot reach me. I told the meaning, they cannot reach me, they cannot come to the jnana. They cannot afford for the highest fourth purushartha of the life. Therefore, naturally, they are losing me. Bhagavan says, aprapyamam ekaunteya. That means, whatever we say, Bhagavat Prapti, Moksha Prapti, Jivan Mukti, the highest Purushartha, that all far away for them. Far away for them. Therefore, adhamam gatim yanti. They are destroying themselves. What is the meaning of adhamam gatim, or destroying themselves? They lost the chance, opportunity. They lost the good opportunity. Destroying means what? Atma cannot be destroyed. The Jiva is not real, all that, okay, Atma cannot be destroyed. But if they are destroying themselves and they are killing themselves means what? Misusing and losing this great opportunity of to attain the Brahma Jnana. So this is the loss what they get. After that, to summarize, Bhagavan, whichever I spoken to you in the last 14 shlokas, I will put it in a nutshell. For all that such kind of behavior, the root cause is the desire. Root cause is the desire. And Bhagavan said the desire, anger and greediness, these three are the three entry gates to the hell. Oh, three gates are there to the hell. Yes. Trividham narakasyedam dwaram. And nashanam, the destruction word is here. This meaning of destruction means they are, with their own hands, they are spoiling themselves. Many times we tell, no, with his own hands, he wrongly did it. He lost the opportunity. Little bit if he think and done, it will be, how nice. We think that, but that fellow didn't do. Therefore, three, kama, krodha and lobha. Then how many entrances are there, sir, for the Swargam? Bhagavan didn't say that. You have to understand. For Swargam, there is only one entrance. Why? Because the rush is less. For Narakam, the traffic rush is more. So naturally, where there is a rush, they have to open another counter, another door. For Swargam, heaven means, Swarga means moksha, whatever. Only one entrance. Because very few only will come and become eligible. What is that one entrance? Bhagavan didn't say here. If you summarize all the three shlokas of the beginning, that Daivi Sampat, to put them together in one word, Shantihi. What is the entrance to the moksha, Swarga? Shanti. That is the gateway. How? Suppose I am free from the desires, that too unwanted, illegitimate, illegal, desires. I conquered, I kept my mind under control. Naturally, you will be at peace. Whenever we have desire, we talked in the last class about the desire. Desire is a disease. In yesterday, Panchadasha also we spoke. Desire is a disease and it is a virus and it is a foreign body. Therefore, kama, desire. If it is not there, you are at peace. That is the heaven. To be peaceful is heaven. But uninterrupted, unconditional, uncompromised peace. Naturally, then, if I am not getting angry, I am not an angry person, I never get anger, then naturally I am at peace. Same way, if I am not having any greediness, I am not so excited and anxious of doing this, that, and so many things. Naturally, I will be happy. Altogether, what it says, when mind is so quiet, I am at peace. But this peace and quietness of the mind, and we use in a very casual way, but Shastra has to come and explain. In sleep, the mind is suspended for the time being. Therefore, you are at peace. But whole the problem is in the waking state. My life struggle is when I wake up. How to manage and make up this waking up state. For that only you need to listen this and apply. Let me be my goal. What is the goal of my life? To be peaceful. To be peaceful. The peace itself indicates happiness. The happiness itself is peace. Sukhi bhava, be happy. To be happy and to be peaceful, Sukhi bhava, it is your own nature. Ultimately, you will get that knowledge also. Shastra teaches you. You are Sat Chit plus Ananda also. Therefore, Bhagavan introduced those three. That time I referred the Yoga Vasishtha and all that. Then, in 21st Sloka, Bhagavan, 22nd Sloka we'll read. Last class we just read it, but I have not completed that. Etairvimukta kaunteya tamodvaraistribhirnaraha acaratyatmana shreyaha tato yati param gatim. So after saying in the 21st Sloka, this is the lot of this asuri demonic quality people, and in them the main three ingredients are the kama, krodha, lobha. But they were losing everything. But on the other side, whoever is free from these three, etaihi trivihi vimukta, who is free from all these three, means who conquered them. How can I become free? I understood what is the nature of the desire, what is the nature of the anger, where from it comes, why it comes, and how it affects my physiological, psychological, and entire personality. I understood. Therefore, and which are three I told entries for the Naraka, and the three, these good people, divine quality people who are free from three of them, He Kaunteya, and they were Acharayati. Acharayati means who implemented this. Oh, that means who has discarded them, who have removed them from their mind. Acharati means here, such people, they were chosen the Shreyo Marga. In the last two classes, we are talking about the Shreyas, Preyas, Ubhaya, river flowing two directions and all that, no? So the Shreya word is here. And because of that, they are doing good to themselves. So we have to remember this. No one can do good for us. That is all Brahma. Or we cannot do anything good for anybody. Please understand in what context and what I am saying. And what about social service, sir? What about this, that? We are not talking all that. In fact, every jiva, that too after getting the human body, you have to do good to ourselves. What is that good, highest good? Shantihi, moksham, jnana-nishtha. The teachers, we may teach hours together. To the big crowded people, or few people are Do you think that everybody is receiving and understanding the teaching in depth? To understand the teaching really what it means, you need at least to follow a one acharya, teacher, and that too dirghakala nairantariya. If you have done like that, at least you need a 10 to 15 years. Then only it is possible. Therefore, then ultimately we listened, we know. Shastra is there, we know. We are religious people only, we know. We follow whatever we like, some of them. But you know it, but what is the use? It is like this. One mother tells about her child. Every mother feels proud of her child. Swamiji, my child is very interested in listening the Ramayana. He listens and sees the serial. Many times he saw. And he had some books also. He reads the Ramayana books and all that. So she keep on telling the glory of the child. So just like that, Swamiji asked one day, oh, you are very much interested in Ramayana learning and all that. Very good. Now, tell me, uh, what you learned from Ramayana and like whom you want to become. That child told, I like Ravana and I want to become like a Ravana. He heard, he saw, he know. But moral of the story. So anything you can choose, no? He liked that. In the same way, many people will listen this and I will get some punya. Krishna, Lord Krishna will bless me. And at least 1 hour if I go there, some of the problems of my house I forget. And sometimes I can tell to others, I go to satsang and I listen Bhagavad Gita. I listen since so many years I am listening. And I listened that also. I used to listen his speech, that speech, this speech. These are all gimmicks. Therefore, I will tell you another example. That is, on one donkey, donkeys are meant for carrying the load, yes? Naturally. On the one donkey, one person kept a lots of sandalwood sticks and the donkey is carrying. Is the donkey will know the beautiful smell of the sandalwood or the value of the sandalwood? Never. Like that, in my home, Bhagavad Gita is there, Bhagavatam is there, this is there, that is there. My father used to read, he used there, that. I just browse and see many times in the channel, somebody is talking, I heard little bit and keep on changing. This is a waste of time. Waste of time. It is like this. One person climbing one step up and moving back 2 steps. You know the calculation, he will be there only. Because 1 is added and 2 is reduced, again added, so he is there only. So it should not be like that. acharati atmanah shreyah. Tatah, therefore, then what the result they will get? So you are telling many things, people are like this, people are like this. Okay, I follow it, as Krishna said, or as the Guru says, teaching. Tatah, the result they will get is yati param gatim. He didn't use they go to Swarga. He didn't say anything. Param, the supreme, most, highest destination. Then that also teacher has to explain. What could be the highest and the final destination? Naturally, fourth Purushartha, moksha. So the param gatim is attaining that supreme knowledge and abiding one in his own self. And that is called the param gatim. Therefore, after saying all this, Bhagavan now going to tell the in 23rd shloka, यः शास्त्रविधिमुत्सृज्य वर्तते कामकारतः न स सिद्धिमवाप्नोति न सुखं न परां गतिम्. Now, while concluding, Bhagavan here saying about, yes, therefore, we need the guidance of the Shastra. He is giving the importance of the Shastra. Hey Arjuna, you know many things. That's why you have quoted the Shastra left and right in the first chapter. Arjuna, whatever he brought out, the points are all very good points. But you didn't understand the real purport of the Shastra. As I told that, you are carrying the load of the knowledge of the Shastra, but for you, Kshatriya, as a Kshatriya, your dharma, that to doing a dharma yuddha is the highest benefit or purpose or the benefit which the Kshatriya will get. You may die in that. Bhagavan told all that. You may, if you die here, after battle, people will praise that, yes, he sacrificed his life. Then you will go to the Swarga also. There he used Bhagavan Swarga word. Because that time he didn't spoken about the knowledge, Atma, Gnanam and all that. Now he didn't use that word. Param Gatim. Because that is one stage. At least, okay, you got a good, again, Swarga means, remember, again, born in a good family, in a good place, in a congenial atmosphere, where you can get the chance of listening the Shastra and some Guru will come in your life and help. That itself is Swarga. Because according to us, last class I told the Swarga is here, Naraka is here. If at all in Puranas or anywhere Shastra says, let it be there, it may be. And we have given a very clear definition, conclusion. Both are in your mind. Whenever mind is miserable, you are in Naraka. Whenever mind is at peace and happy, you are in Swarga. That's it. For that, in yesterday's Panchadashi class, very beautiful shlokas, and we saw, no? Manayevi manushyanam karanam bandhamokshayoho. Manayevi samsarasya karanam. Is a both are here only. That and that mind is in you and it is yours. Then what to choose? How to keep my mind? Therefore, I can make my life now and here heaven. Or now and here I can make my life hell. Many people, they are not really living, they are living in hell. What is the meaning of hell? Where there is no peace. Or searching for peace, begging for peace, running for the peace. All that struggle is hell. Therefore, from the Vedantic standpoint, we have to understand in that way. Therefore, then it is called Param Gatim. And for us, there is no posthumus, later, after some time, after left this body. No. After left this body, nobody knows what will happen. Puna, Shastra says we are accepting because Shastram Pramanam. Therefore, Bhagavan here bringing that point. The last two shlokas emphasis on the how important listening to the Shastra and following. Before going to that descriptions, see our life, I told it is like going in a pitch darkness like. If I ask somebody, what is the goal of your life? Many people will say to be happy. Or little other person, some people says, some youngster studying 12th over, so I want to become engineer, that is my goal. I want to become doctor. NEET, JEET, something, all that I have to write. Then, okay, after you reach that goal, then I have to become a good engineer and I should be placed in a good company. Then, what is your goal? I have to earn a lot of money. Then, what is the goal? I want to enjoy a lot. Then, I want to be praised by everybody. See, goal is keep on changing. And those goals are all short-term goals. But ultimately, after some time, few years, or middle of the life, or end of the life, do you really feel that life is fulfilled? What for this human body I got it? Praptavyam, kartavyam krutam, praptavyam praptam, dhanyosmi. How many can say this? First of all, what to praptam, what to be get, they don't know. If at all some set of people, if you do all these things, you will go to the Swargam. Heaven is not the goal. If at all, if somewhere heaven is there, that is not the goal. Because it is only temporary transfer from one place to another place. Bhartruhari Vairagya Shatakam tells about our moodhatvam, not knowing, understanding how human life is so fragile, like a drop of water. He says, one nice shloka, Vairagya Shatakam, Ayurvarshasatam nunam parimitam ratrau tadardham gatam. The human being's lifespan is generally, if it is maximum 100 years. It is that much only. But not for everybody. Shastra Ashirvadam Shata Ashman Bhava Sharadas Varsham. See the 100 Sharadrutus. Sharadashratam, Shatam. But very rarely only it will happen. Bhartrihari says, in that half of the time goes in sleep. Not exactly 12 hours like that. That meaning is 7-8 hours is a big thing only, no, sleeping. Or again while traveling in the bus we'll sleep. Again in satsang we'll sleep. Again in the office we'll sleep. So okay, altogether calculate it. So half of the lifespan, because the major portion, if you take 7 hours, 6 hours, some people say that I am sleeping only 5 hours or like Narendra Modi, but in that small baby, I told you, it sleeps for 22 hours. That point will come, he is telling. But generally, half of the time is gone in the Ratrau Gatam Tadardham. तस्यार्धस्य परस्य चार्धम अपरम बालत्वं वृद्धत्वयोः. And then in that another half is there, no? In that half, 1/4. In that you make it two parts, that some will gone in the childhood. There we cannot do anything. And when you become very old, the old age also few years, people, that 100 years whoever lives, generally after 80, then a struggle only. It is pulling the life, generally. Yes. Therefore, it's Vruddhatvayoho, the another half, 1/4 gone. Then Sesham Vyadhi Viyoga Dukkha Sahitam Sevadibhir Niyate. The Sesham, whatever is lift, another quarter is there. Diseases. And I lost my wife, I lost my, somebody will go early, no? I lost my mother, some kind of viyoga dukkham. Or I lost my money, I lost my property, I lost my job, I lost my health. Viyogam, dukkham. Sesham, vyadhi, viyoga dukkham. That means your possessions and relations, you may lose it. That is all dukkha sahitam. It is miserable, worry, worry, worry. Then, if at all I am not having that much kind of this, but I have to look after my grandchildren. Seva. Not real seva. Sevadibihi. That means then elderly people are there at home, so I have to take care of them. That is duty, dharma, okay. But see your Ayush how. In a fancy way, people will attend to the satsang, but not on a sincere, regular basis. Beginning, some will come with that first, with high fever. I mean that enthusiasm. Then gradually it goes away. Because studied everything, we know everything. Now I will listen, do whatever I like, feel it. Like that. So, Nunam, in this way, niyate. Then what finally you want to say, sir? Jive varitaranga bhanga chapale day before yesterday and yesterday I told Sarita, river, and Nadi, Bhagavata example I give, Chitta Nadi, Ubhaya Vahini. And here again he says, Jive Vari, the life, the flow of the life, Jiva Nadi, Vari Nadi. This is with lots of Taranga, Bhanga, Chapale, high tides, low tides, and this, that, and small whirlpools, big whirlpools, cyclones, Taranga and Bhanga, all disturbances and all that. In this way, in this life, Saukyam Kuta Praninam, where is the Shanti, peace to this human beings? Praninam, general word you used. Other pranis, their life is different. Their lifespan is less, and pranina means here what to talk about this so-called human beings. What to talk? Where is the saukyam? Kutaha? Where how it will come? Somehow I lived, somehow I died. I died. What you achieved? Some people, they want to preserve their glory, name and fame after their death. Many aged people have this desire. That's why they will do something, or their name and here and there, or anything. On behalf of me, my monument should be there. Statues cannot be done to everybody except politicians. But in some other way, by being a trustee member, so then later on people will remember. They will keep at least my photo also along with the so many people's photo. Desire. All the three desires together according to Brihadaranyakam, technically. First we have to say Vitteshana. Whatever order may be there, Vitteshana. Desire for more and more and more. Vittam, Panam, wealth. Accumulating. And in that accumulation I am not getting any time or think or do any other thing. Therefore, Vitteshana. In that only, then slowly after you become rich and everything is there, do you stop there? Lokeshana. Loka. About the name and fame and the world and all that, I want to be remembered by people. They may say, I am doing service. But real service is that, real tyaga is that you have dropped these three, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, and Putreshana. Otherwise, for my family's sake, I earn and accumulate so much. And all my energy, mind, strength, everything is went into that, and my mind is fully now preoccupied. Already it is become dirty because of vasanas. Then where is the concentrated listening of the scriptures and understanding and assimilating and attaining? Bahunam janmanam ante gnanavan mam prapadyate. Every person who broke the coconuts, they won't go to Bhagavan. Everybody who visits the Perumal temple every day, they won't go. If everybody goes like that, then why Bhagavan has to say, Bahunam janmanam gnanavan mam prapadyate. Here, Tataha yati param gatim means what? Gnanavan. Not everybody. Therefore, Bhagavan Shankaracharya given a caution in Bhajagovindam, no? One or two slokas always which we recollect, remember. Kamam, Krodham, Lobham, Moham. He has taken the same order. Then he added Moham. Why a person is addicted to these three, Kama, Krodha, Lobha? Because of Moha. Tyaktvatmanam pashyati soham. Very rarely, Tyaktva, all these things, that person only can see soham. Who am I? But who can do that? Who is interested about the, this paramarthika goal. Gnana, Atma Gnana, Vihina, Mudha. And who is not trying and getting the Atma Gnanam, the knowledge about his own self. These Mudhaha, Atma Gnana Vihinaha, te pachante naraka niguhudaha. They will be cooked after in one kitchen to in another kitchen they will be sent. In one kitchen means naraka niguhudaha. Pachante means they will be roasted, they will be cooked, they will be made ready. To make a samosa, first chapati is needed. Then after that we have to prepare that inside kurma. And after putting them all, we have to fold them in a proper way. And it should not be very wet like, and little after it is strong. Then you have to put it in the oil. And in the oil, it has to be roasted, burnt for some time. In this way, pachante, they will be roasted, cooked. After in one oven to in another oven. Naraka nigudaha, that means so many narakas. In this way, so Bhagavan said, I didn't say the meaning of this. Yaha Shastra Vidhim Utsrujya, not giving the ears or importance to the what Shastra talks and tells about. And just he conducts his own life and behaves vartate with his own whims and fancies. Kamakarataha. Kamakarataha. Such a person, saha na siddhim avapnoti. He never gets the ultimate fulfillment or the siddhi. Moksha, here siddhi means moksha. Siddhi means shanti samruddham amrutam. That they never get. Either there is no sukham here and there is no, at least a sukham in the higher worlds. Because he is a very cruel person, how he will go to heaven also? He won't go. So ultimately he is useless, waste for all the things. Either higher janma, good janma, that is not there, or liberation is not there, or whether he is happy here, he feels and thinks that he is happy because of this. A person who drinks that, he thinks that I am happy with this. Who smokes that, he thinks that I am happy with this. Who cheats somebody and gets money, he thinks that I am happy. But what result for that you have to pay later, phalam. So Shastram Shabdam is very important. Shastra is the pramana. Shasanat is the Shastram, which guides, which instructs and then protects us. This is the way you have to live. Now here, after saying this, in the last concluding sloka, therefore, hey Arjuna, Tasmat, 24th sloka, Tasmat shastram pramanam te karya vyavastitau gnatva shastra vidhanoktam karma kartrumiharhasi. Therefore, Shastra torchlight is needed. Now here we have to be very carefully understand one or two points. One is what he told in the 23rd Shastra Vidhim. What Shastra says, that Vidhis. What Shastras Vidhis? Many of us will think that when Shastra Vidhi, doing the yagam, this yagna should be done like this, bricks should be kept like this, and that should be done like this, and you have to turn this side and do namaskara, and you have to keep only 2 weeks, not 1 week. Like this, all this Shastra told. In all the temple worships and the Agama Shastra, that is not the total Shastra. And the religious practice says, Bhagavan is not talking about them here. You must be very careful, otherwise very easily we can take this as the Shastra Vidhi. Therefore, we never eat outside because we are Brahmanas and all that like that. Or without taking the bath, we won't eat. That is good, that is your personal achara. What without taking the bath you will eat? Now you go and be in the Srinagar on the top of the hills. You will know then. You have to, when we go into Kailash, anybody, it took totally those days, our trip with Swamiji, 21 days. Only once in between, in Manasarovar, that too, just 2 mugs for the sake of Shastrartham again. That too, Swamiji poured 2 mugs and go. That is the snanam. Of course, in between we change the dress also. But if you change the dress every day, that much you cannot carry. Maximum 3-4. Being winter type of those clothes, they are not like cotton and smell. So it's okay. If some sunlight comes, we can put it. Then what Shastra? You want Kailash Darshanam or if you want to bath, you take every day or or some more time, you will be freezed. You need not to, we need not to put you fire and burn you. You will instantaneously. I still remember when we went to Amarnath, that is long back. Some of the family members, one of my auntie, after gone top, people generally, the cave will be there. Now big queue, now final, after 3 days walk and all that, Amarnath cave. There, some river, I think, I didn't remember that, Panchadarani, some river they say. Because all the 3 days, whether we had taken the bath or not, and we walked and came and all that, at least before going to Bhagavan, let us take bath. That too, in the afternoon, 1 or 2 o'clock. Sun is very, if you put the finger, you will get shock. Somehow, we all took us. So in that time, I am very, very young, very small. Just now completed the college. Sorry. One of my auntie, she keep on pouring 2-3 times. Then afterwards she fainted. The body started to become blue. So beyond your capacity, you should not do. Somehow she recovered. So Shastra Vidhi means, see, the marriage should be done like this. But can you see anywhere in India from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, all the marriages are done in the same way? But same Brahmanas will do there also. Here also Brahmanas will do. Then they say, in our side we do like this only. These things are time to time in between according to the requirement and the context and the some people told, you do, if it is like that, you do there. That is all not Shastra Vidhi. Now let me conclude and say Shastra Vidhi is following the Varna Ashrama Dharma. Of course, now Varna Dharma we cannot talk. We cannot bifurcate and see that. Varna Dharma of the Brahmana is different, no? But he is doing Kshatriya Dharma, he is doing. So, Kali Yuga, now in the present, Varna Dharma we cannot. But we can follow, or are you following at least the Ashrama Dharma? Ashrama Dharma. Even after retirement also, are you thinking about the Chaturveda, the top Purushartha? All are 4. Varna Dharmas are 4, Ashrama Dharmas 4, Purusharthas 4. And so here Shastra Vidhi means this, okay? Don't mistake it. You see, in each temple in our country, in the Tamil Nadu Vaishnava temples all may follow because that Ramanuja Sampradaya, they brought one way of system of thing, Paddhati. But you just cross the other thing, the Puri Jagannatha, that is also Perumal temple only, one of the Divya Kshetrams only. But there everything is different. What Shastra, how you can talk and how you say. So it is not that here what Bhagavan mentions, Ashrama Dharma and the highest Purushartha. Now here, finally, so I given the word to word meaning. Tasmat Shastram Pramanam. What to do, what not to do. Karya Akarya Vyavastitau. Karya Akarya. What to do and what not to do. Here also, what to do, what not to do means Bhagavan, what he explained so far. Or in the Bhakti Yoga, what he explained. Or in the Dhyana Yoga, what he explained. Everywhere he is talking about the values only. Following these values or that values. That is what to do, what not to do. Now, one more thing. Shastra Vidhi means the fundamental teaching of the Shastra. Anytime, anywhere, for anybody, it should be applicable. That is Shastra Vidhi. So what our Shastra, Bhagavad Gita talks, is meant for irrespective of religions, for everybody, for all the times, in every place, everywhere. Now tell me, following, not doing the himsa is good or bad? When, no, 2026, sir, you can do some himsa. Now because the constitution bill has changed. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, give it up. To whom? When? There is no question. When, to whom, when, and in which yuga? Any yuga, any person, for in any place, which is applicable, should be applied. That is the Shastra Vidhi. Otherwise, don't mistake and hold on to the small things. Now, finally, I will conclude by saying here, when this, because concluding topic, here finally Bhagavan says to Arjuna, therefore, knowing the Shastra, Gnatva Shastra Vidhim, Shastram Bhuktam Vidhim Gnatva, after knowing what is prescribed to you as a Kshatriya, Varna Dharma, you are meant for to protect the Dharma. For that sake, you do war. You may lose the life, you may win it or get defeated. Therefore, you are given respected karma kartrum arhasi. You have choice only to do what you are meant for. You are Kshatriya. It is your duty to protect the Dharma. Then this is the Dharma Yuddha. Do it. Bhagavan saying, Shastra Vidhi means another thing. We need not to go very deeply, and everybody doing their own duty. But again, here also people are very much, I am very duty-oriented person. I do my duty. How long? First grandchildren, second grandchild, third grandchild, for all the three children. By the time I am 80, if I am having strength, I will keep on doing. Then you justify, it is my duty, no. Then when you are going to try for mukti, say enough of it. Don't take it as an obligation for a long time. Or in between, at least you are doing any sadhana? Nothing. Therefore, that is do your duty. That means, therefore, follow the Shastra, respect the Shastra, and do your duty, lead the life. That will help you to take you to the moksha, because karma yoga is ultimately to purify your mind. The kama, krodha, lobha. About that, I would like to say one important point and then conclude. We will take from the lobha first. Lobha, generally last 3-4 classes, 14 shlokas, when we are hearing, we are thinking that they are all very bad people, rowdies, gundas, atatayinaha, terrorists. But later, after listening, we will come to know that also in and around and in ourselves also some of these traits are there all. And we think the religious person and very a devotee who is performing many karmas, yajnas, yagas, they are all orthodox and traditional family good, no? Now if you think they are good only, I am not saying anything, but most of them are also comes and fall in this category of asuri and rakshasi gunam. How come, sir? You are talking wrongly. No. Listen. Tamoguna, lobha is tamoguna. Lobha is tamoguna. And rajoguna is the lobha. Then rajoguna is the krodha. Rajoguna. And then the first one, kama, is the sattvic guna. Now, if you see the religious people, all that, they do everything, even their devotion, their worshipping of the Lord is for desiring something. Kama is there or not. I do yajna for what? To go to Swargam. Is it desire? So, kama, krodha, lobha, sattva. Why I am telling today in that way? Because the desire for doing anything, you are not doing without any expectation. Anybody goes to the Lord and pray that, oh Lord, I am sincerely coming, I don't want anything from you, okay, bye-bye. Anybody will tell like that? After standing 5-6 hours in the Vaikuntha Darshanam queue and all that. Anybody says that I don't want anything? No, nobody says. Therefore you have kama. You may be a sattvic, but now I am putting all of them also. Therefore, because what really Bhagavan said, that's why he concludes with that kama, krodha, lobha, tyaktva. Until that, you may be orthodox, you may be a traditional, you may be a this, that, you may be a follower of that bhakti marga, this marga, that marga. Ultimately, are you free from these three or not? Therefore, these three gunas and the three kama, krodha, lobha, as long as there, whether you are a so-called orthodox or religious, or you are a simple worldly life living people, it doesn't make any difference. According to Krishna's teaching and this. Now, still to make this point clear, who are striving for the dharma, they are kama people. Who follows the dharma? This Asuri Yuvani Dharman Tevilla, he won't follow the dharma. He is most lobha tamo. But the so-called sattva guna, these people, they are only dharma. What is dharma? They, dharma in sense, do charity, go to Tirthastalam, take bath, and do Annadanam. They are all good things only, don't misunderstand me. But it is at the dharma level only. Why you do Annadana? I will get punyam. Kama is there, desire is there. Got the point now? So dharma they will hold on, and this second people they will hold on to the ardha, krodha people and rajoguna people, ardha. And the third category, lobha, he hold on to the only kama, enjoyment. But if you see altogether, these three only are there in the majority of the people. Nobody wants the moksha. This is the essence of this. Now we'll conclude here with this, the 16th chapter where Bhagavan Krishna very nicely enumerated, and we will read the Pushpika. Om Tat Sat Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Daivasura Sampat Vibhaga Yogo Nama Shodashodhyayaha Harihi Om Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Hari Om Tat Sat.